what control do you have over your day now?
Most people have to be chained to a desk for 40 hours a week and they're not allowed to leave.
When you wake up in the morning and you feel like shit and you have to wipe the sleep from your eyes and like look around and be like, why does this have to happen this early in the morning? That's a capitalism.
And it controls everything, like your healthcare, your education. It all comes down to making money, but some things just don't make money. Honestly, ask yourself, how afraid are you of getting an injury and how that could possibly fuck up your life?
Yeah, you're being stopped from skateboarding, breakdancing, doing anything fun, because if you get injured, you're fucked forever. You can't go to work.
And so then you have all these people that say, well, we can make a kinder capitalism, a more conscious capitalism. It isn't gonna fucking happen. We need anarchy, we need socialism, we need communism, we need anything but more capitalism.
But wait, Brett, when you go to the grocery store, you have almost unlimited choice. You can buy 100 different types of cereals.
All made from the same stuff with different graphics on the outside.
All corn. It's basically just a bunch of boxes of corn.
That's capitalism.
It actually treats about 1% of the population like humans, and the rest of us like tools for those superhumans. You don't have any money, your bank account's low? I know where the money is. Jeff Bezos has it, the Waltons have it.
And they took it from us, right?
They took it from us.
We're just getting our money back.
Yeah, your work made that money. You deserve that money. That's your money. The 1% has never decided to do the right thing. That's why we have to take power and just spread it out among the 100% of people that exist. Can you imagine being that sensitive? Like you,
well, that's
like
what
that
they're
is the
PC as
ultimate.
hell. Hey, you know what? This is the freest goddamn country, and it's so free that if you don't stand up, you aren't a free person. And goddamn it, boy, if you don't stand up right now, you ain't free. Because you have the freedom to do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, I have the freedom to make you feel bad for doing the freedom. Just get up and say you love it. Just get up right now, Copernic. God damn it. It's so free that you can't do it. You have to. It's free because there's only one way to be. That's why it's free. So be that. Damn you. They don't have anything to live. I mean, their kids hate them. They don't have, all their money got stolen by banksters and shit. Healthcare's running through the fucking roof.
Before we commence expelling this ghost from this location, before we save Jake from the lock, I will light the ceremonial herb that will give us the sight, that will give us the power we need to set Jake free. My Twitter's not working out here. Let's see if you can get a ghost. Go ahead and try. I summon the ghost into ghostly ghostness. Come the fuck out.
Start the show. I'm not going to say anything.
Radio, the #1 anarcho comedy show on any station across the nation. My name is Murder Brian Quinby. I'm doing a fucking monstrous job at introing this show. My partner, Brett Payne, is taking a huge dab that's gonna definitely make him see stars. You can find everything we do on patreon.com/streetfightradio. Twitch and stuff is also a place you can go to. Just search us up. I don't know, I mean, what a day to do a podcast. This is great. Well, that's the intro, pretty much, for me. Thank you for joining us. Brett, are you okay? Are you going to make it? Are you seeing stars?
I'm doing great. Thank you for doing the intro. Some people asked you to do the intro since you promised to do it like a month ago. I got a brand new rig from my buddy Al Gore Glass on Instagram. Al Gore, like the stupid politician Glass, works with Sepher Glass and gave me this amazing fucking dab rig that I just can't even believe it's mine. This is better than a graphics bong, really.
It is better than a graphics bong, but I mean, graphics bongs are cool too.
But
let's not take a shit on graphics bongs just to make Al Gore feel good.
But thank you for helping me.
Oh, hey, anytime. I think it was a real cracking intro I just did there. Really good stuff I did. So,
you really did it.
Feeling real good about myself, drove my car over here, my Kia Soul, that is now perfectly fixed and in perfect condition after 1 month of waiting for it to get done. So, we're feeling good now. The car story is over.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Glad to hear.
Only 65 years to get it done, but it's done. And it's here.
It happened.
I just had to Karen my way to get it done. And I did. I'm a Karen. But it's done.
But it's a lot easier to do these days. You don't really have to go in and raise a fuss anymore. You just have to do a bad Facebook.
That's how I feel. So, let's just get right into it this week. I got a lot of stuff to talk about on the show. We got some very fun stuff for later on. Maybe here soon. And so I guess the first thing I want to bring up is this story I saw on The Hill earlier today. Not on The Hill, the website The Hill.
You weren't on The Hill?
I was not. I wasn't on the Capitol Hill. No, I wasn't there monitoring what's going on with the crumb bums in Washington.
I've been to Capitol Hill a couple times.
Me too. I've been to both Capitol Hills, to tell you the truth. I've been to the one in Seattle and the one in Washington, D.C. So,
one of my favorite Capitol Hill memories, I went and met Zlinger at a bar in Capitol Hill when he was in town. And there was a guy next to us at the bar that was getting a cheeseburger. And he was like, my wife says I can't have these things anymore. So he was sneaking away to eat a bar cheeseburger.
That is adulthood right there.
Yeah, for a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, that is adulthood. I wish I'm embarrassed now whenever I get a cheeseburger.
Really?
Yeah, because my wife is always like, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, cheeseburger. And she's like, oh, of course you want a fucking cheeseburger. It makes me feel like a real one-note guy. But I, at my core, am a real one-note guy.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I refer to all y'all as the cheeseburger guys.
Cheeseburger and pizza. That's the two things I am, man. I love a cheeseburger. I love a pizza. I shouldn't eat them, and I don't eat them. I don't even eat them every week now. Cheeseburgers. Pizza I do. But when I get them, I get excited. I went cheeseburger tonight. Oh, so mad. So mad at the apps. For the second time in a time-sensitive situation, because I had to get over here, they fucking decide a half hour after I put my order in that they're just going to cancel it. And,
That's a great one.
You're like, oh, cool. Now I have to fucking figure out how to get food fast. I guess, really in the end, I can pick it up. I was trying to be... I try not to go into a lot of places right now. I try to limit the amount that I go indoors in public. So...
Yeah, I mean, Grubhub definitely lost my business. We tried to get it at we tried to get food at 8:45 a couple times, and it just fell apart.
Yeah.
So we've literally just been working on having more stuff back up, late night food. A lot of it is just having freezer food that you don't mind heating up even.
True.
I think there's this problem where you convince yourself everything has to be farm to table and fresh and made from scratch all the time.
I do like that, though.
It is great. It's fucking fantastic. But on a weeknight, if you can get a frozen fucking Amy's for dinner, that's a good idea. That's a better idea than just paying for sloppy styrofoam shit from Grubhub.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know. I put a lot of pressure on dinner being great, but cheese and crackers is a fine dinner.
Sure. So this story from the Hill is something that we've been following since the beginning of COVID, and I think it is something that we should. I like to hammer home, and I think this is actually the definitive hammer home a point we've been making for a while. Story.
Okay.
A teenage Chili's hostess in Louisiana is reportedly recovering from injuries after being attacked by dining guests for enforcing social distancing policies at the restaurant. Kelsey Wallace, 17, said the attack occurred Sunday after she told a group of 13 people they could not sit at a single table, citing company COVID-19 measures, local ABC affiliate reported. My general manager tells us we're not supposed to sit at a table over 6 because of the coronavirus, Wallace said, adding that since the group had 13, one extra table would still not work for the guests. Wallace said the diners became upset and attacked her before she could reach her manager. She pushed me, and when she pushed me, all I knew was to push her back.
My mom taught me that.
You always should push back. If somebody pushes you, the only way to really fucking let them know that something's gonna happen here. People don't just push
People
me.
don't push me.
Yeah.
No, I've had that talk with my daughter. She got attacked by a boy on the playground, and I didn't make her feel bad about it or anything. But there are now times when I check in and I'm just if somebody makes you feel uncomfortable, you put your fingers in their eyeballs, if someone attacks you, you take your thumb and you shove it up their nose as hard as you can. You try to, my dad told me always to just hit people in the stomach. My dad was always
though. He was like, stomach sucks.
Yeah, he was because if you punch people in the face, you're going to break your hand. There's teeth there. You get cut up. He's hitting somebody in the belly. They're never ready for it, and it doubles them over. And you can, that's the fucking, that was the type of things that I was taught. And that's what I tell my daughter too, is we're not fighty people. And I did plenty of youthful martial arts. But at the same time, if someone gets physical with you, that's when you end it immediately. You pull their eyeball out of their head to let them know that it's over.
And to tell you the truth, this story didn't work out that way. But when you push back, generally the person that did the pushing starts to realize that
that's true.
This is business, and then it diffuses the situation a lot of times.
We've seen enough bad fights. If you follow 30-second fights on Twitter, you see a bunch of golf guys that say a weird comment to each other and they get roughed into a fight. It takes so many pushes. Yeah. It's fucking do it. It's no, you fucking do it. And it's just back and forth nonsense.
I've seen 100 of them,
And when you do shove them back, it is a way to say yeah, you're not in charge here. Actually, you're not in charge of my body.
Yeah, you're
a customer.
Here's we saw that Nepalese woman chased that British woman out of her coffee shop, right? It was a viral video a couple weeks ago. A British woman, apparently you can stay in this town for free, but they don't you don't haggle over the prices of things because they're generous and you pay what they ask you to pay, and
it's
things
a free
are
room.
Yeah, and things are a little bit more expensive because you pay what you ask them to pay, and they asked her to pay a price. She got weird about it.
She tried to haggle.
Yeah, and which is such a thing when like white people, when like Westerners go to places outside of the U.S. or anywhere that's not like primarily English speaking, they think that they all haggle. They're you haggle with those people.
No, they like to be talked down to.
Yeah.
You just got to make them feel like crap, and then tell them they're selling shit, so they give you the best price.
But so she started throwing rocks at the woman. And
amazing video.
Began to chase her, and the woman's freaked, and she's kind of like, she's acting like she's going to get killed. But when Brett showed it to me, the first thing I said is like, well, the woman that's chasing her, when she does catch up to her, is standing like a full 3 or 4 feet away from her. I don't think she's going to hit her.
She's not in striking distance.
Somebody's going to hit you, they just come up and hit you. They don't like stand there and threaten to hit you. So she wasn't in super danger at that moment. And I think that like a lot of times, like, I think especially when you're a customer and you're dealing with a 17-year-old, you push them because you know they're not going to push back. You have in your mind, this is a teenager. I'm the older person. I'm the person with all the power in this situation. I'm the customer.
I've seen videos of parents. I watched some parenting fails on Instagram where grown-ups start bullying kids at like basketball games and shit, like accusing them of cheating on their son, or like, and they're 17-year-old kids, and you have adults that are wiling on them. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this Kelsey Wallace thing is this is because it's a black teenager. Like, this is what. This is the people that are out there that need to go to work, and that are doing a lot of this essential work. And I watched a black woman get her fucking hair pulled out of her head by a white guy a week or two ago on the Minion Death Cult group. They have a great group, Minion Death Commandos. And there was a lot of people that were just staring. There was a lot of people that were recording and that weren't stepping in while this white man fucking violently attacked this black woman. It was disgusting. Like, that guy deserved all the pain in the world. If there's any time for, like, conservative macho stuff, all revolves around using violence at the correct moment. You're supposed to reserve all violence until it's true and righteous. And in that moment, it's completely acceptable, regardless of what the courts say or what will happen next. It's completely acceptable to grab that fucking guy and bounce his head off the ground. Yeah. Like, as if you don't watch that happen. We have to step into those. This is going to be our regular life now. You need to start rolling around in a fucking BJJ student gym. Yeah. Like, you need to get comfortable wrapping your arms around somebody's neck until they go to sleep.
Yeah. And the thing we've been talking about so much on this show is like, these people are kind of expected to do the job of policing the place. A 17-year-old is expected to be running like security at a Chili's
and doing everything right. She's doing what she's told. If I was in there, I would have been like, you know what? Fuck, who gives a shit about COVID, right? Like, I could have broke the rules. Like, they would have never wanted a teenager to do anything but what they're told.
Yes.
That's all she was doing.
So she said...
And it's also... How do you leave the house knowing that you're going to be a nuisance?
There's going to be a problem.
You have to... There's times when we go out in big groups, when we get to 9 people, and I'm like, I don't know, we can't just show up at a restaurant with 9 fucking people on a Friday night. Like, let's really temper what our expectations are going to be for what happens tonight.
In normal days.
Yeah, in normal days, yeah. I mean, there's 13 is a big group always, and in these times, just unbelievable.
You just
have a fucking patio party, okay? Just get catering and have some fucking brewskis on the patio
I mean, what
in
are
your
you going
backyard.
to Chili's for anyway? You gonna die to go to Chili's?
They want the fucking the
Baby back, baby back.
I want my baby back, baby back.
That's what they want. They want the baby.
Are they back? Oh, if they were back, people would coronavirus.
Yeah, I want my corona. COVID. I can't figure it out. Like,
No, Corona's
we'll
good.
workshop that out.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
Yeah,
Well-
we're gonna come back. Jake, come back and put in the good song after me and Brett workshop it for 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
But yeah, she said I pushed her back. I reacted. That's when her and her daughters, they all came, and they're grown women. I'm 17 years old, and they're like 20 and 30, and the woman that pushed me looked like she was 40.
That breaks my heart.
That's an own.
She's
though.
a. No, it's not.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm being funny.
You're to be like you. I mean, you know, we talk to kids. Your daughter's old enough. She knows what grown-ups are supposed to be like. There's grown-ups supposed to know better.
Yeah.
Something. I mean, I know that she does. That's not her experience in life, I'm sure. But as a 17-year-old, when you're like, I'm being attacked by a 40-year-old, how is this possible?
I also you made the point that like when you come to a restaurant with 9 people in normal times, you know, that could be an issue at a restaurant.
and
Now,
Saturday
Chili's,
night,
I
fuck
don't
yeah.
see it that
No,
way.
they always got
I
it.
think they can figure you out.
Sure.
You know, but I will say that like you're leaving your house in 2020 with 13 people. There's going to be resistance to what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's going to be some resistance to whatever the fuck you're doing. I'm not telling you what to fucking do, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that like the understanding that if there's more than 6 of you, that's a fucking problem. That's just what it is,
It's
dude.
just you have to navigate in a different way.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And
It's the same thing with the anti-mask people. It's just like put one on because everybody else is doing it.
Right.
That's basically what we're at now. I know you think you're a big maverick and you're not a sheeple.
Yeah.
But you just, if you want to fucking go somewhere, you got to put the fucking mask on, okay? That's just the way it is. I don't know what the rules are in Louisiana, but again, if they don't have COVID restrictions in Louisiana, right? Then don't go to a corporate fucking restaurant because they're going to have restrictions.
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Here's what I'm wondering. Because the choice of it being a corporate Chili's, this is a place where you know you have the ultimate leverage, where you can say, I'm going to look up your district manager. You know that the head manager at this place is hanging on for a job. These places are the best to exploit for whatever you want because these are the epitome of the customer is always right.
Yeah, and
You
when
do fucked up things for people do fucked up things for people at corporate restaurants. The smaller owned places can say fuck you, get out of here.
Also, yes, that is actually also a good point because I think if you're at all working in the restaurant industry, you are worried about your job no matter if you're working at Applebee's or the local restaurant in the neighborhood. I think, you know, when you're working at Chili's, you have to know that like at some point they have to close some of the Chili's. They're not
Right.
going to close them all.
Sure.
But I mean, if this carries on much longer, some of the Chili's are going to close. That's just...
Or be converted into ghost kitchens.
Yes, we did learn about ghost kitchens earlier.
Hey, don't...
What?
Nothing, go ahead.
No, I was just taking your shine away about
Thank you.
the ghost kitchens. Like,
I've been knowing about them, but...
no, we just learned about them 45 minutes ago.
Sure.
You know? That's just... So I'm standing there, and they're on me, beating me, she added. I'm standing there trying to hit them, trying to get all of them off me, and the lady, she takes a wet floor sign and slams it in my eye.
Fuck.
And I had blood rushing everywhere.
Oh my god.
Like, they picked up foreign objects.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, that's
That's
for,
like
like...
a wrestling thing
That's it
that
for,
they
like-
did.
That's like if I go to Chili's and I see my wife sitting with a guy and like her hand is on his thigh, I'm breaking out that fucking floor mop sign for sure. I'm not coming in. I'm not gonna hurt my fucking hands. I'm coming in with a fucking floor mop sign.
I don't think you can do a lot of damage with one of those.
Oh, are you
I mean,
kidding
they just
me?
shoved it. The reason it damaged her is because they shoved it in her fucking eye, dude.
I don't know. I mean, you can swing them. They have hard edges.
I'll
They're
let
heavy.
you hit me with a wet floor sign any day of the week. Any day.
I don't want to make you. I don't want
to
to
hit me on the back.
That's
with
not
it,
what I'm
like
talking
a,
about.
Like a table.
I'm saying with intent to hurt, with the corner. You're swinging that corner
Okay.
like it's
Well,
the point.
there you go.
The corner.
There you go.
That's
but
how
don't-
they drew blood on her. 'cause
They did. They
swung
drew
the
blood.
corner.
She got 5 stitches.
They didn't do backyard wrestling on her fucking back. They
True.
swung the corner at her face like a sword, like an impromptu fucking sword.
So she had
Exactly
blood.
what I would do if I in a heat of passion, if I saw you sitting at a fucking Chili's podcasting with somebody else, best believe I'll hit you with that fucking floor mop sign.
So here's the part.
Piece of mojado.
Here's the part. John, you're safe. Don't worry. Here's the part that I wanted. I was gonna hit even more. The diners reportedly left the scene in 2 separate cars before authorities could arrive. Baton Rouge police said. I mean, I don't want people getting arrested, but they got there before the cops. They got away with this.
They did.
She now has a medical bill,
Yeah.
probably covered by workman's comp, but
No,
I'm fairly
well,
certain it's covered by workers' comp.
She's not going back to work though.
Yeah, she said she's not going back to work.
So
but,
she's not going to fill out the paperwork for Chili's. So I don't think she's getting covered.
oh, let me tell her to fill out the paperwork and get covered until you get the workers' comp. You take a year off.
I doubt she wants to go back to the place.
You don't have to.
Okay.
I just fucking left and they started sending me money. Is how it worked for me. She should get. Hopefully you get your workman's comp, workers' comp.
The thing about this is that this is like complete. This is like KKK activity, because
I don't know
what the cops let those fucking women get away with it. They said, "Oh shit, they're not here anymore. Fuck, what are we gonna do?"
the managers, and this was the part that was heartbreaking, and also not just heartbreaking, but this is a part that really hit me really hard, because this is the situation we've all been in. The managers let them walk out. How y'all let them leave like that? I mean, they could have locked the doors until the police came, Wallace said. And
They don't give a fuck.
they don't care.
They don't care about black women.
They would have fucking let those people eat there if they hadn't drawn blood.
That's true.
They would have let them fucking sit down and eat if they hadn't drawn blood. For sure. I've seen it happen. I've been disrespected in fucking ways that you would, that would make anybody cringe. I got robbed at a job at gunpoint, broke my wrist. My manager drove where I was and watched me fucking tack cable to the wall finish the job. He just was like, well, you got to finish this and then you can leave. I finished the job
After breaking your wrist.
After breaking my wrist, I was hammering with the wrong hand. It was taking me extra long, and he was just kind of standing there bullshitting with the customer while I'm fucking working. And it's like, that is what a middle manager does. They just let anything. It wasn't honestly, it wasn't the customer's fault I got robbed at the job. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, the guy could have drove there and let me drive back to the shop and go home while he did the last part of the job. They made me finish it though, and that's what management does. That is exactly what they fucking do.
Yeah. So light up the GoFundMe. You can search it. Her name, Kelsey Wallace, is the name. On GoFundMe, you'll find it. She's like $6,000 away from her $10,000 goal. I hope she gets more than that. She deserves the whole world.
Totally, dude.
That's disgusting, man. I don't know. It's just I've gotten involved in really dumb bar fights, and it's really, the thing about it is that if you're one person trying to stop somebody from doing violence, it becomes a problem. But as soon as that first person goes, it's like dancing at a wedding. You just got to do it. The first person that does it, everybody else feels better when they interject themselves into a fucking fight. If you see if you see a black teenager getting the shit beat out of them by white patriots, you swarm them like bees and tear them limb from limb.
Right. I didn't even see who the people were. I don't think anybody even knows who they were. I assume they were anti-mask. Just knew that they could go.
Fucking white people. It doesn't matter.
Were they?
Yeah.
You read that?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. I assumed,
I don't know.
but I just didn't know. You know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say they are.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? So I got this sent to me earlier in the week, and it's from a Twitter account called Iowa Action. And we got maybe what will go down as one of the worst small business tyrant things I've seen.
Holy shit!
It's an email sent to all the managers by Tara Cronbaugh. I'm trying to fit Java House, man. What is it with the coffee house people? Why is it always a coffee shop? This is Java House.
It's a hippy dippy thing. It's a Gen X thing. It's drugs. It's drugs. I mean, because sober people drink it like crazy, Christian people drink it like crazy. They don't think it's a drug, and it's a way to buy something for $1 and sell it for $5. It's like weed. So I think it just invites like everybody that knows how commodities work.
It's
like,
funny that you brought that up because I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday, and it's not like it is like a comedy bit sort of that like I was trying to figure out, and I want to put this out to the listeners. Maybe you can call in on the call-in show if you know them, and if Brett, if you know, obviously if you know some. I was thinking about a type of person, right? You know, I like types of people.
guys,
You
gals,
know,
non-binary pals.
I said person this time.
No, I'm saying all of them though. There's so
Yeah.
many different types.
Type
guys.
of human. And
Types of guys are a specialty, I think.
types of guys are my specialty. But this isn't a guy. This
Okay.
is a real like type of person.
GGNBP.
That I would maybe lean toward this person being like heteronormative,
Okay.
like cis or whatever, but maybe not even.
All right.
Maybe even there are LGBT people.
Lay
But
on
I've been
me.
thinking about this type of person that's like kind of a hippie, right? That like believes in like whatever, drinking lemongrass, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But is also like a Trump racist type. Because I have a specific one in my mind that I 100% know exists, right?
Yeah.
But like I also remember when I was, you know, reading like a lot of those Facebook pages for those hippy dippy people. There's so much like racism and conservatism in there. And like if you know somebody like that, give us a call on Sunday or send me a message, because like my wife was like, you should write a sketch about this, and I said, I don't think people know this is a type of person, you know?
No, absolutely it is.
Yeah, like an enlightened. They would call themselves enlightened, and
No,
like,
I mean, people say the hippies suck or the hippies sold out and they're all Trumpers and boomers now. Like,
yeah, I'm not talking about like the '60s hippies.
you're
These are,
talking
like-
about the later version.
yeah, like
Well, when I would-
enlightened. They're not hippies necessarily.
See-
They wouldn't dress like a hippie. They wouldn't call themselves a hippie.
See-
They would call themselves enlightened, and it's like
I'm confused
avocado
because-
wolf, the avocado wolf guy that's like anti-mask and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
See, but I think that I don't think the belief, I don't think their belief is right. I think that their outward, I think they buy the right brands and have the right cars and do all of the stuff that implies that they are caring, progressive, and all of that stuff. But I think but their actual, when it comes down to situations, what they believe is not that at all. Not anything that is implied. Like it's implied to me, like, oh, you care about the environment. Like you're elf. You're an elf type person. You want to burn down apartment complexes. And they're like, oh, no.
No, I want to like actually build some and
Yeah.
really charge high rent.
I think mixed use is a great opportunity for people to invest in. And you're like, why do you wear fucking those weird shoes then? Why do you wear those stinky ass shoes then?
Yeah.
Like you could just wear dress shoes instead.
yeah. But anyway, back to this coffee place. It seems weird.
I think it assuages guilt. I think it makes people that own a coffee shop, they're like, hey man, I just wear Birkenstocks and I got dreads, man, just like you, man. And then like
They're just horrible though.
They're also like, well, I mean, I have to make most of the money here. It is my coffee shop, you know.
Why? I mean, it just is so weird
You
that
should
like
be grateful. You know what? I make the good coffee. People show up for my coffee, and I showed you how to make it my way, and that's the reason that you're here, Buster.
You know what's also funny about that is, I mean, the coffee shop by my house.
Solar powered drone. Somebody wrote.
Yeah, yes. Perfect. Yes. The people that would be like, I like to, do yoga. They'll do yoga. They'll do all the stuff. But then they're also like, they'll post something about like Trump, and you're just like, how the fuck did that?
Or like,
where did that come in?
Chicago stuff. They'll just start talking about Chicago
crime stats in Chicago. Yes.
I have one.
Find out they're a horrible boss.
I have one actually. I'm going to introduce you to one. Somebody that we used to work with in an entertainment capacity a long time ago. But they're like 10 years older than us and are on a spiritual plane.
I think I know who
but,
it is.
But at the same time, really have some mixed up ideas about races and stuff.
That is the person, that is a type of person that I feel like I've unearthed.
Yeah.
But it's like,
they're out there.
Very hard to describe, but they're like that is a type of person.
New age
for
racist.
sure.
Yeah.
New age, enlightened, like hippy dippy racists.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Java House, which again,
the tarot card said that these black neighborhoods just are prone to more crime.
Yes, yes. This coffee shop though, and again, I don't understand I don't understand why it's all coffee shops, but listen to this. It seems we're really struggling with enforcing outside food and beverage and simple purchases. It's actually out of hand! ! So she's yelling.
About what?
Him. Outside food and beverage.
Okay.
And simple purchase.
Oh,
I don't know what
bringing 'em
simple
in?
purchases is, but yeah,
Simple?
bringing in your own food
She's not with that?
to I don't think you can do that at a coffee shop though. I don't think you can be about that life at a coffee shop. 'Cause
Really?
They're really known for drinks. Buy a goddamn drink. You come in here, you buy a $5 drink and sit down. That's fine.
Can I bring some food with it?
I think you should be able to. I
Okay.
think you shouldn't do that.
Is that what she's saying though?
She's saying you're not allowed to bring. It seems we are really struggling with enforcing outside food and beverage and simple purchases. It's actually out of hand. With that being said, this is what I would consider inadequate guest service for our paying guests. Something that must be improved. So she is saying, I see you're confused. Let me explain this. She's saying that people are bringing outside food and beverages into her coffee shop.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And the managers are not kicking them out or telling them that they're not allowed to have it.
That's what I thought was happening.
And then she calls it it's an inadequate guest service, which not a single person that walks into that coffee shop is mad because another one came in and brought a hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled egg. Some of those pickle snap things.
Yeah, nobody's mad about it.
I have to say, as a business, you just have to be so gracious that anybody is there. If someone wants to bring some food in, I would just let them.
I believe that too.
In this day and age, and really, I've been spending the last 2 days working on a mask and T-shirt thing that we're gonna do to raise money. And just asking people for money and trying to sell a product right now is just so on eggshells. Mm-hmm. It just feels like you can do whatever you like. Like, you can just come here and use this place for free.
I think you should.
We run a counter here that has stuff for sale, but if the table's open, just fucking come hang out.
Exactly.
It's not good for COVID transmissions, I guess, but
So here we go. Here. You're right. It's probably not good for COVID, but I think this is an issue.
You should be able to bring whatever you want into a coffee shop.
Yeah, I think this is,
even outside food and use the table. I just think it builds a good relationship. Right?
I do too,
because these places, these goofballs all talk about how it's like, this is a community meeting place. This isn't my business. This is a community meeting place.
Yes.
It's like, well, I'm about to meet right here and eat this McDonald's real quick to get out of the rain.
You can't bring a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You can't bring a PB&J to have with your coffee. But what is that? We have a PB&J Cliff Bar available for $3.50.
Yeah, they probably got food that sucks.
Of course, they all do.
I've never been to a coffee shop with good food.
They're all bad. Starbucks can't even do it. Starbucks can't make a decent piece of food.
No, none of them can, dude. You get a dry scone.
It's like once again, like your drug dealer is like, hey man, I do fashion too. You want to check out some of my other stuff? It's like, no, just the drugs, dude.
Just take the coffee.
Just the drug shit you do. I fucking love that drug shit. Keep it going.
Okay, so here we go. This is where it gets wild.
You don't like
okay?
sous vide eggs, dude? You don't like to have 2 little jelly eggs in a paper bag for breakfast
I mean,
sometimes?
nothing-
When you're on the go, just pop them.
Sounds grosser to me. And I saw a woman today that had just had one in her mouth, just hanging out of her mouth. Like crossing the street, you holding the coffee, fucking didn't have somewhere else to hold the sous vide egg and just had it hanging out in front of her mouth. I was like, oof, yeah, oh. It was not good for me personally. Okay, here we go. This is where we get crazy here. And again, this is from Iowa Actions Twitter, so just go there. If
Yeah, Iowa's a great place.
Therefore, we
Good
will
album.
hire secret shoppers of my choice, including myself,
Oh, secret shoppers.
to photo this and hopefully get this turned around. If in the next few weeks we are able to get this addressed, we will discontinue the secret shopping. So she's going to have her friends come in and
Yes.
take pictures of people eating outside food.
Her best friend that probably comes in all the time is going to show up in a hat and sunglasses and pretend like she's not her friend.
Her cousin will come. She'll send somebody that doesn't come in there. She'll send. I fully believe she's not hiring secret shoppers like
No,
the
no,
way that a corporation.
No,
does.
because secret shoppers are not the owner. She said, I'm going to do a little secret. She said, didn't she say she was going to do it too?
I don't.
She imagined herself into disguise, like an undercover boss type thing. She's like, I just might, a fat old man might just show up someday and it'll secretly be me inside.
That's
what are you
probably-
going to do when I see all this McDonald's on the table?
So here we go, dude. Since management and supervisors are not completing their assigned tasks, we need to pay others to assist with our proper guest service needed for all of our paying guests. They must be paid. We will use our tip outs to pay the secret shopping staff for their services. I will adjust by store photos and tips, not collectively as a company. So hopefully the better the results in a store, less tip out. So they're taking their tip outs to pay for these secret shoppers because apparently if you are hiring secret shoppers, I assume that does come with a fee. That costs money for the company.
Yeah, I mean, when I did secret shopping, usually they would refund the price of a meal at a coffee shop, probably $10. They're probably asking you to do a
No, but the company has to pay you.
right. That's what I mean. $10. You would get paid $10 for your meal, and then $10 to $15 on top of that.
Do they have to pay the agency though?
They
too?
do have to pay the
I
agency.
mean, the agency.
That's what
the big cost.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting 25 out of this thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that the company, they're getting paid 50. I absolutely believe it's like a 50-50. I don't think they're helping the shoppers out at all. It's
Right.
literally like, I got you a job to go get free coffee.
Yeah, and this is wild. I mean, you don't ever take tips. You never, as an owner of a business, you never take tips for anything, especially to punish your people. I mean, it looks like they're taking the management and supervisors tip outs.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like to me. I don't know if they're taking it from the employees, but I it's not super clear.
Yeah.
Because I just see 2 managers as so I don't know who this all went to. Maybe
Yeah.
could have gone to the employees, but you still, a manager at a coffee shop is probably working,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
running
yeah.
the whole place.
Yeah. Anecdote. I did work at a donut shop in Dallas. That they sold coffee as well. It was coffee and donuts. Obviously, very popular shit.
It's a good combo.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
people, it's slept on. Really, a slept on combo.
But you know what I really liked? That actually it really made me enjoy my experience there was that the tips from the front of the house were split through everybody that worked on the shift.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a matter of like the people up front get extra money for some reason. And it helped to get a better product because the people from the front would be like, these fucking donuts look like shit. Like, this looks bad. You can't do them like this. Like, I can't tell somebody this donut is $3 if you make it look like this.
Yeah.
Like, it was good. Like, it was a really good quality control. And like,
It's smart.
Yeah, it was and I think it helped that was probably one of my best like under the table jobs that I had. And yeah, it was fun. It was an easy job and good money.
So Tara goes on to say, I will have secret shoppers, and then again in parentheses, including myself, sending me, and I will forward to our management team all photos of all the guests with no purchase or outside beverage. We will do this for a preliminary 2 weeks with a week 3 challenge and see if we have improvement.
This is a psycho person that made this up. No mystery shop company would do this. There are 0 mystery shop companies that offer this kind of service. What they do is they show up to your restaurant, they order the food, and then they write a book report about their experience. They are never going to take down the food of somebody.
Take a picture. They're running security again.
Yeah, Dance Ghost in the chat said that somebody's getting in trouble for bringing a bag of croutons to eat.
Yeah. Me and my daughter were just talking about we like croutons better than chips. We just
Wow, you just croutons. Like
they suck on a salad because you can't fucking get a fork on them. But man, you don't want to be scooping with
a sandwich
fork. It's
place,
ridiculous.
and you're like, I guess I'll get chips. And they're like, no, we have croutons too. You're like, what do you mean? Like a bag of croutons?
I would
garlic
buy those.
herb croutons.
Yeah, I would buy those.
Just start putting them in snack packs. Like they should do like the Doritos, like the lunch size.
Maybe they don't know
bag.
how much people like croutons as like a main dish.
Yeah,
snack.
Croutons for dinner is very popular.
You get a little high and you just eat a few. You eat croutons instead of chips. It's probably healthier. I guess.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. They're butter and oil and bread.
Yeah,
the good stuff.
That's
but
the good shit.
Yeah, too much. I feel like I had mostly that today.
For 2 weeks, this is going to get you, Brett. For 2 weeks, secret shoppers will be paid $10 for every photo per person without a drink, and $20 for every person with outside food or beverage in a competitor's marked cup or marked package.
You got too much money.
Yeah, well, that's the tip outs, though.
Oh, they're taking from
That's
the
what
tips,
they're
you're right.
saying. They're going to pay these secret shoppers that she finds.
Oh, this is crazy.
And then give...
It's a game.
Yep.
Your money's on the line.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, this person... We got to take this thing over. This thing needs to be unionized and just taken away from the owners.
Last night alone, we had 16 people downtown with no drinks and 1 with Dunkin'. That is a big payout. Week 3 tips. All tip outs for each photo will be shared among the stores with the most improvement and least number of photos for that week. We will be starting tomorrow. I would suggest you all hammer down. I look forward to week 3 and seeing improvement. And that's the Java House in Iowa. This is one of the worst. This is one of the fucking craziest small business tyrant things I've seen. The guy.
I think you're probably doing relatively well in your business if this is what you're wasting all your time and money on.
Yeah.
Like imagine spending time just trying to get people to buy stuff or like improving your business.
Yeah, absolutely. So
now it's a game show against
the workers,
the clerks,
against the workers. Yeah, and it is this weird thing where people
your tips are on the line,
sneaking around, taking pictures, and like basically have a bounty. There's like a bounty. They come in, they see somebody eating outside beverages, they sneak a creep shot real quick, and then they get $20. You know, which is like. She's gonna hire her fucking team.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Probably teen kids and shit like that. It's just she's taking.
It's gonna be
She's taking people's tips and giving them to people in her family to go in and mess with the workers. I mean, that's something else, man. Woo. All right. So yeah, don't go to that place. Is what I think. You know. Let's switch gears.
Maybe somebody in the chat suggested maybe selling coffees with 5 sugars and 7 creams would do it.
I mean, there is a guy that would love to go in there and take these pictures. That is true. Yeah. He would love this job.
Folks, I'll tell you what, these businesses.
I like Dunkin'. I like Dunkin'. I go there 5 times a day. 2 coffees each time. 10 coffees a day for me. I spend fucking $35 a day on coffee.
Drugs, man. Drugs.
So, this is probably at the beginning of last month when I was going through my worst meltdown period of for a while, right? And somebody messaged me and hipped me to a band
Okay.
that is called Max Impact.
Max Impact. How many
Max
X's?
Impact.
How many X's?
Only one. And
that's not max. You could have more than that.
But here's the thing. You'll know why it's only one
Okay.
when I tell you who Max Impact is.
Sounds like a serialized like pulp novel hero.
But
like
would
a Mac
have-
Bolan
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, Max Impact is really like the Homer Simpson Max Power thing.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, I don't know a lot of Simpsons quotes,
Yeah.
but I do remember that one.
Max Impact, great name.
I mean, I think you go with Maximum Impact if that's your band, right? If
What
we're
about-
naming our band. If me and you are naming our band, we got to take the
Maximum,
the
yes,
mix
yeah.
between...
You're right, because you
The-
got to use the most letters too. Like it
Yeah.
has to be very literal. Maximum Impact.
Makes an impact. That makes an impact. It
Maximum
takes up a
Impact
shit ton of
makes an
space,
impact.
dude.
Yeah.
You know?
So many letters.
Yeah. Fucking on a t-shirt, just emblazoned on a fucking t-shirt, you know? This is the United States Air Force's rock band.
No, they took a good name. They burned a good name on us.
No, they fucked a good name. They did it the worst. There's no worse way to be named Max Impact. You Max with 3 X's Impact.
Yeah, 3X would be great.
Max with 5 X's Impact. I mean,
5,
that's
just keep
pushing
going.
it, but I would like it. You
You
know
go
what I mean?
5 X's?
I mean, why not? Maximum Impact exclamation point, maybe? You don't like that one?
Period?
No, you don't want a period. People think periods are mean now.
They do.
You know what I mean?
It's too maximum of an impact?
They make too. I read this thing that they did some study that like when people put a period at the end of their text, they think they're being yelled at
Sure.
by the other person.
Yeah, and
I don't feel that
and
way.
That's why weird work emails are all like sound people like people that are at a sleepover.
Do work emails look like that? I figured
like-
work emails would have the periods. and
For
stuff.
no. They open up with "so excited to hear that!" exclamation point. How can we get the ball rolling on this thing? Question mark. I really can't wait to tear into this. XOXO. Love Brett. And that's what it says. That's all my fucking work emails.
There's an issue.
I never use a period because it's too much. It's too final. It reminds people of death. It's like a memento mori in that way. When they think of period, they think it's all over. And they're not wrong. They just don't want to be reminded.
So I'm gonna read the Wikipedia description of Max Impact.
Max Impact!
It is a rock band. We're getting rock music. We're gonna play some rock music for y'all tonight. Okay.
Is this... What about... Wasn't there a... Who's all the good Maxes? And there was Max and Tiny Toons.
Max Payne.
Max
I
Payne.
love Max. Max Payne 3 on Xbox. Badass game.
Max Payne introduced the idea of taking pills to get over a gunshot wound.
Yeah.
That was
Max Payne,
fun.
Max Payne rocks.
I definitely pre-ordered Max Payne 2 and had it.
Yeah. 3's the good one.
Is it?
That game fucking rules. It's an Xbox game. So here's
I like the Maximilian from Tiny Toons. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
He was a rich asshole. So maybe he's not likable.
Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 7 from Conan
Good.
O'Brien.
Good. Chaotic good.
I think he was also in Bruce's band. Like, so.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was on Born to Run. That works for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's a good
album.
Max.
Okay, Max Impact is the premier rock band of the United States Air Force. This is off Wikipedia. This seems so not unbiased, but they're the premier rock band of the United States Air Force, consisting of 2 vocalists and supported by a 4-piece rhythm section.
Ooh.
I mean, a 2 vocalist movie, you know, that's Linkin Park did that.
That's cool.
Like, it hasn't, there are not a lot of other 2 vocalist bands.
I was watching some YouTube metal videos, and there were some 2 vocalist acts, and it was...
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it was some very obscure stuff. But it was funny because when the one person was singing, it's just like, what are you doing? Like you're just moving your arms in an aggressive way. Like you can't sing along, right?
Oh yeah, here's 26 plus metal bands with more
was
than
that?
one singer.
I watched.
Oh, System of a Down is a 2-singer band, but one of them plays
But
an
only
instrument.
singing.
Doesn't work. Yeah, Yeah,
No, two singing is fine. I'm thinking of only singing. I found one the other day. I'm going to have to look it up. I cannot come to it right now. I found one the other day. It was a guy and a girl, and they did not play instruments, but it was integral to the band that there be the dual vocals. I'm guessing there were a couple or something.
Yeah. Leslie, yeah, Linkin Park, System of a Down, it kind of counts. Kiss, actually, okay. So there's just tons.
No, two
of
vocals
them.
are great. I like
Under Oath,
no all the good bands. I think I mean
AIC, Alice in Chains. I call them AIC. That's just me. Alkaline Trio, okay. So yeah, but there aren't a ton.
I was thinking of just dedicated vocalists that don't do anything else besides sing.
That's what I'm looking for.
Because like one person's that's just the singer, you can kind of get the crowd rolling. But when two people are up there, it's like, I mean, could you just roll this into one thing? Is it necessary?
Okay, now after Brett said that, I'm just gonna say this: if there's like a metal band out there that wants two lead singers, me and Brett would love to front a heavy metal band. It would be the best thing we've ever done.
Yeah, that's true. They could like the melodic parts and then the grumpy parts. Like,
yeah, you'll sing and I'll scream.
I want to scream too.
I'll scream. I'll sing too.
I'm going to hold mine back and I'm going to save it for one song on the album, and all the true heads will be like, I love it when Brett screams on that one song.
Can you sing though?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can approximate it.
So if you're a metal band near Columbus, Ohio, after COVID's over and you want two lead singers in your band, me and Brett.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We're fucking.
Let's do an EP.
Yeah, we're free for that. We will make time. So anyway, they have two vocalists and a 4-piece rhythm section. They perform classic and current rock.
Ooh, dangerous.
And country hits.
What? We don't. No, that's too much. That's not chocolate and peanut butter.
It's like just an extra, and as well as patriotic songs.
No,
that's
fuck,
the worst
no,
one out of
you're
all
not.
of them.
What?
It sucks. You want people to join the military, you can't sing patriotic songs.
You've decided you want to be in a rock band. You have to focus on that. You can't bring in the patriotic stuff.
It's like Christian music, except for like way worse than Christian music. I can't think of one patriotic band that I like, but I think I can think of at least one Christian band that you like.
I love tons of them.
I know.
I love Christianity.
Yeah, I know. Under Oath?
I love Under Oath.
And you like them, and I think they're Christian, right?
Love
Thrice was Christian.
MXPX.
Yeah. So that's you can do Christianity.
Switchfoot. Remember them? They had that song.
God, yeah.
I never did Switchfoot.
We were meant to live for so much more. Is that it? Is that Switchfoot?
It could be.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even know.
Patriotic songs, man. I think the only good patriotic song is "The American Drink" by Hank Williams Jr., where he says, "There's too many lawyers in football, but baseball's got a few."
Yeah. You did nail Switchfoot.
I did.
Yeah, that's the song.
I liked it, I think, at first, and then I was like, "What are we singing about? What we're meant to live for?"
What is this about? Everybody doing hard drugs in this song or something? I think we're thinking about the Lord and Him.
Yeah.
We're talking about Him again.
Original Max Impact songs are also regularly featured. In addition to performances in the United States, Max Impact has, this is a good choice of words, Max Impact has deployed to the U.S. Central Command area in support of Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. They called it getting deployed. Hey, you guys are deployed to play music that
Round
nobody
up the
wants
troops.
to hear.
It's Code Go. It's Code Go. Max Impacts is happening now. Get the choppers. We were made to live for so much more.
They come in on a Black Hawk helicopter and like come out. And they always wear their uniforms when they perform.
Boo! You're supposed to have individualized personas that represent
jumpsuits.
your contributions to the band.
They wear the Slipknot style jumpsuits, but they have
but they're for a real killer. They're for real killer clowns. The United States Navy.
That wrecked it, dude. That was good. All right, get your headphones in. It's time to listen to hear what Max Impact's up to. And I will just, this is the first song we're going to check out.
We were made.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You ready to hear it? This song is called "Send Me." And this is by Max
Send
Impact.
me. Where?
Well, I think you know where they want to be sent.
To the Middle East to spread peace or something?
Well, yeah, to kill people, really,
Sure.
and kick their doors in. And
Send me. And this is like, put
Send
me
me.
in, coach.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play.
yeah, here we go.
hear it.
You can sing about being a war, like Amon Amara sings about being war fighters all the fucking time.
I listen to Bolt Thrower every day of my life and imagine that I'm like killing people to make a better world out of America.
Yeah.
all day long.
yeah,
Like I
you
realized
can sing about fighting wars without being corny about it. Is what I'm trying to.
you're right.
Get us into.
I mean, I through the protests and everything, I have realized like I'm one of the troops. Like I'm ready to die. Like I want to do I will fight these fucking cops until I die if everybody's gonna go all in on this thing.
Yeah.
And I need some music for it.
All right, here we go. They rip.
Not bad so far. I like the sound.
We're going now. We're feeling pretty good. Now, much like the Christian rock thing, this is something that could. You started out and you're like, oh, Dip, who's this? You know, like if this was
they're-
playing when you walked into my house, you would 100% ask me who it is.
They've approximated something so far,
Well-
and they have it down. And I was not expecting this. I was expecting way more square. So I'm
Nope.
glad that they're doing like real psyop shit here, where they're just going to hook up all the fucking guitar pedals to make it sound like they rock.
Well,
Chugga 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 chugga.
this is like the intro part of the song. You're like really getting into it a little bit. I can rock with this. At the very least. Okay, here we go. Oh, here comes the verse, baby. Oh my God, if you could see these guys.
Take a look into my eyes. What do you see? Can you feel the intensity?
So when you asked earlier if I could sing, that's what I meant. Yes, I can do this.
You can
like
do-
anybody can sing like this.
He said, take a look into my eyes. What do you see? You can see the intensity. Which, we're still looking at a metal song, basically, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's corny. I don't think any band now would, like, do the you can see and then intensity. Metallica might have, back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's fair.
You don't think they would say you
No.
can see my intensity?
Well, I don't know. I would say Death Magnetic probably has that on it.
Yeah.
But it is. It's not something you say out loud. It's one
You
of
never
those
say
moments.
you have intensity.
Basically, it was like if I ever said that, like I imagine that this is something they've said to like someone they're trying to date or be with or something like.
Or even like
I'm so intense, you know, and then
a kid they're trying to recruit,
yeah,
you know?
I'm intense.
Well, no, you
can
just
look
are like, you want to fucking...
We do military shit.
Yeah, you want to look me in the fucking eyes? I'll show you some intensity.
Yeah, I don't like. It's like when somebody says like, "Do you want to watch this really fucked up thing?" And it's like, I'm not gonna think it's fucked up. Now that you said that, said that, I'm not.
True. And again, you don't want to be the one calling yourself intense.
You
Because
can't.
Really,
That's the problem.
I know. And your goal should be not to be intense, I think. I don't
I
think
like intensity.
I don't think I use intense as a positive descriptor of a person, I guess. Like if I told you like you got to meet this fucking dude I know, he's pretty intense. That means like
You're gonna be on edge for a
you're
long
not
time.
gonna like this. Yeah. He's gonna talk to you about Hitler probably, for sure. You know, here we go.
Sacrifice, I know what it means to give it all to face my enemy. No, this fight
sacrifice. I know what it means to give it all and waste my enemy. Or face my enemy. They would never say waste because you're never supposed to say you're killing people when you're in the military.
So
It's mostly turning wrenches and shit.
It's mostly benevolent. It's mostly benevolent peace bringing that you're doing in the military. You don't waste anybody, really.
It's mostly building schools, really. It's like a lot of school
We spread
building,
peace.
libraries,
Teaching English to people.
handing children little pieces of chocolate.
We have
It's-
coloring books we give out.
yeah, it's great. It's great. Well, I'm in Max Impact actually, so I played the guitar for the military.
So there was a documentary that came out, I want to say 10 or 11 years ago, about the sounds of the troops. That was all about like the rock music and heavy metal that the troops were listening to. Do you remember that, Jam?
I don't, but it's Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, the regular stuff.
The bad stuff.
But I'm wondering if they saw that as like, we got to get in this market. Like, we got to make sure they're listening to the right kind of intense music.
Right, and I want to point out also that, like, much like Christian music, there are, like, words that you find that like, in Christian music, you'll find these little words that they use. And I've noticed that there's troop words in here. There's military people words where it's like sacrifice and service.
Yeah.
And it's like you're getting clued into like what you're listening to at that point.
Well, and that's it. Yeah, and you're pushing yourself to the edge. Like, I think that like one of my reactions to coronavirus has being comfortable with the idea of like headbanging my way all the way to hell. Where it's like accepting death in a way where it's just like, I'm stoked about it. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to be frightened by it anymore. I'm not going to let it just beat me down and make me not live. I'm fucking stoked. I'm ready. I'm going to dive down the pipe when I have the chance, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that the music is the same thing. And it's absolutely like horrible to think that they've all accepted this as like, you know, you got some of us are going to die for this, you know. We have to go over here and spread democracy like this.
Right. Here we go.
Do these horrible things.
Never say don't, never give in. Who will be the one to stand and fight?
That's all my favorite stuff.
Who will be the one to stand and fight for you? It's like, who will be the one to stand and fight for you?
This
is Fast and Furious ass music, man.
This is praise and worship music.
It is.
This is the most Christian ass bullshit I've heard in a long time.
It is. Send me!
This is you're right. This is approximating a point where it's like you're going to live forever in Valhalla because you're a warrior. Like, this is the promise of Christ. This is the promise of God. The promise of everything is that like you're going to sacrifice. You're going to give the ultimate sacrifice so that everybody else can have fucking McDonald's 24 hours a day.
And it is just for me, and it's like this whole video, by the way, is troops like doing gnarly stuff, like riding, like a guy riding a dirt bike in his flak jacket, just jumping, like, you know, jumping little hills, and you're like, fuck you, man. I'm like, nobody's doing that. Here we go.
What about like Slim Pickens riding the bomb or something? That would be cool, right? That's a good visual.
I don't think
That's
they
a
want
fucking
to bring the bomb up. Either.
Yeah,
there's
should...
guns in the video, though. I will say that. Most of it's like troops swimming and riding dirt bikes and shit.
That's what they do? That's the ultimate sacrifice, is riding your bike real far and swimming?
You have to swim and ride your dirt bike really fast.
I sacrificed to do this triathlon.
Here's... These motherfuckers just heard that Godsmack song the Navy likes so much.
Submission free in victory. In the air, land or sea. We're shooting land or sea. Into the fray for courage and pride.
So that's Send Me. We just get the first part of these songs and we don't have to listen to the whole fucking song, but oosh, that was bad, right?
Into the fray, my courage and pride. Is that what they said?
Yeah.
The chat says this is absolutely worship music.
It's the fucking...
But imagine seeing this live, though, if you're in, like, the middle of a fucking, like, green zone or something.
I don't know a lot of troops, obviously. They probably wouldn't like me if they knew me. But the ones I know, I don't think would be impressed with Max Impact.
Sure.
We should have Francis listen to this and call in on Sunday.
Let us know.
Yeah. Hey, does this get you going, man? Does this send me? You want to be sent? Send me! It's like they're just taking this wonderful, rebellious fucking music and they're saying, send me to war to fight for the United States government.
And they have someone checking the shine on their shoes every day, right? They're wearing a belt above their belly button, and they put starch in their pants.
Yeah,
and do this.
Fucking, let's hear another one. So I have this other song here, and there's actually like a slow part in this song that I really wanted to play. Like this is like, again, these guys heard they love that Godsmack video about the Navy, you know? Like, that's, like, what they think, like, the pinnacle of music is.
What one was that? Was it... What was this? Wait, what was the Godsmack?
Do what I told you. Isn't that it? Somebody in the chat will know. I know too many Godsmack songs, it seems like. Because it's like, never misunderstand me.
I only think of You're Pathetic in Your Own Way, and that's what I think about the Army, but I don't think that's what they would use.
I'm not the one who's so far.
Voodoo.
They can't use voodoo, though.
Voodoo. On the Air Force, and they just showed, like, the planes flying in the distance.
Dude, when I saw them live, I saw them live 2 times, right? I saw Godsmack live 2 times, and every time, and this was pre-irony days, like where I mean I'm not an irony, I don't do a lot of that anyway, but like back then I had no sense for it at all, and I fucking stood in that audience and thought it was truly one of the greatest things and one of the funniest things when they sat down and when everybody grabbed like a drum and sat down on stage and did voodoo at the Godsmack concerts. It was like, let's take it down a little bit, man, you know? Or he's Boston. Is it Stay Away? Or
it's Awake is what it's called. And I'm actually reading an article titled right now, Why Godsmack Was Used in Navy Recruitment Ads is Kind of Awesome.
No, it's
kind of
not
awesome.
Sully,
think about it. It's kind of awesome.
Here's something. Pretty awesome they're in there.
Pretty awesome. Like, you think about it, like you're in a tank and it's like freaking Godsmack's playing out of it. Hallelujah, I'm in heaven.
You know,
here's what it says. Keith David, which I thought that was the guy from They Live. Like, I thought that was like the gargoyle guy.
I thought it was a comedian, so.
There's a Keith David in Godsmacked, apparently. Oh no, it is the Keith David I'm thinking of. He does the voiceover.
Okay.
So Keith David is the voiceover delivered over the crushing guitar riff from Godsmack's Awake.
Nice.
Keith David signed on because despite never having served, he's an avid supporter of the military.
Okay.
Godsmack, on the other hand, got on board because someone asked politely. Isn't that freaking awesome?
That's freaking
That's
awesome.
freaking
dude.
awesome.
These guys are like, I'll do propaganda for you, Navy. You know?
All you have to do is thank you. That's all it is. Hey, would you like to propagandize the Navy for us? Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they got a paycheck out of it. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure that there's money, and I don't think they would just like toss them a song.
I saw recently an interview with Sully, and has about the type of politics you would imagine somebody named Sully from Boston would. He doesn't have great politics.
So it says, at the turn of the century, the Navy was having trouble connecting with younger generations.
True.
Previous campaigns were falling flat, so the Navy worked together and came up with Accelerate Your Life.
Okay.
All right. And a young sailor at the recruitment office simply got in contact with Sully Erna of Godsmack.
Hey, man. I've just been listening to I Stand Alone.
No, Awake.
Well, I know, but I'm sure he was listening to I Stand Alone, or is it the specific song he wanted?
It says the conversation was as simple as the sailor asking, "Hey, do you mind if we use Awake?" And the band was cool with it, and that was that.
You can't say no.
You just call some fucking rock star on the phone and say, "Hey, I'm a Troop. Can we use Awake?"
It is easy as hell, though. If we were a Troop podcast, we could probably get fucking Korn to do our theme song.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, if the Troops ask for something, I mean, 90% of polite society and entertainment and stuff would just fucking give it to them, you know? Because it's like, I feel like I have to. But, because not everybody's in the same position me and you are in, or
say
like
fuck the
our
troops.
friends, and just be like, fuck them, I don't give a shit about them. They can kiss my ass. Most, like, if you're in a metal, if you're in some fucking big time mainstream rock / metal band, and the military comes to you, you gotta say fucking yes, or people will be like, they wouldn't let the military use their song, and it becomes a whole fucking thing about how you know, then they gotta go out and pretend to be patriotic, and like, it's just a whole problem if you don't let if Godsmack says no, you know?
Yeah, it's this is so weird that someone wrote all about this.
Yeah. So I have a Max Impact song called Locked and Loaded.
Oh no.
Actually, Locked and Loaded.
See, the thing about it is that, like, the metal stuff I like is when some teenager in Florida thinks about the atrocities of war and tries to create a song that, like, exemplifies that and kind of brings about this, like, what is happening, like, you know, in wartime. If it's actually war people singing the songs, I'm like, stop.
Yeah, please don't.
Like,
do
go
this.
to a singer songwriter act. Like, go more peaceful. Go more like Daisy in the barrel of your gun.
That's true. You don't want to hear hard rock sung by people who
are murdering and marauding.
Well, they're not. These guys have never.
No, they're the bards of
bards.
colonialism.
Here we go. This is I'm gonna start this one kind of in the middle because there's a part I want to get in and I don't want to play the whole song. But Brett, this is the breakdown in the song Locked and Loaded.
Let's go.
Locked and loaded.
Here we go.
Locked and loaded.
All right, here we go, man. This is gonna be like Ozzy, right? He's gonna sing some Ozzy type shit.
Mama, I'm coming home.
Here we go.
If you're searching for integrity, first look here. Service before self is what you hold dear.
This is like some deep Dream Theater ass bullshit.
Dreams take flight. The power of the forces reaching new
Fuck yeah.
This guy's voice, though. He's a real Bruce Dickens. He's just wasting that voice.
I know. On this horse
dog shit. Like, this is the worst music in the fucking world. This is...
They really fucked it up.
Integrity!
It is, it's like country and metal combined.
That's what I mean. They call themselves that too, though. They'll because they play "Life Is a Highway," but not like they play the Rascal Flatts version of "Life Is a Highway."
The Rhinestone version.
That's a good. I like that gimmick though, where you're like, yeah, we're doing a cover of the cover,
the good
of the
cover,
song.
yeah. The most the cover, their rendition of it.
I mean, the original "Life Is a Highway" has gotten enough play. Now we have just switched it with Rascal Flatts, and now Max Impact's got to get in on the "Life Is a Highway" thing. So maybe just a little. Well, no, we got one more song, and then you know, we can hit the old dusty trail.
Yeah, I'm gonna pee my pants.
I'm gonna pee my pants myself. I feel the same way. So here, why don't you go take a piss and I'll talk on the air. I'll be like, hey, why don't you go to the Patreon, get 100 million tons of steel. It's really good. We're gonna have Riley from Power Trip on there this week. We got Apollo from Trivium coming on soon. We're doing a new metal episode, and it's me and John Cullen, my co-host on the POD cast. So and there's gonna be other guests as we go. We've already done one with the Minion Death Cult boys. Good show. Good fun show. We talk about music. We talk about metal. We're not very smart about talking about metal, but we do. So, just sit here and kind of ruminate on Max Impact. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, then out through your mouth. Then think and talk to yourself a little bit. Imagine yourself on a beach, and there is a man singing next to you. He's singing about sacrifice. He's singing about integrity. He's singing about service above self. That is how you should feel right now. You're centered. You're feeling very good. Let's get ourselves one more Max Impact song in here. Let's see what we got. Okay, this song.
If you're going my way.
Write this time down. Unless you want to talk, I'm gonna do the same thing.
You're gonna go use the
Yeah, 'cause
restroom.
I don't want to be fucking sitting here doing this and having to feel like I want to quit.
All right. Well,
I already did the Patreon.
it's fine. Thank you to everybody for listening. I appreciate it. I've had a busy. I've been really trying to hunker down and get a lot done over the last couple of days. I have a big issue with procrastinating a lot of stuff, and then I'll spend 3 days working on it, and then I'm like, I'm done with work, and then all of a sudden it's 12 days later. So I've been catching up on a lot of things. The parenting zine is finalized and coming on the way. I'm also have been working on making mock-ups and figuring out pricing and how we're all going to do it. But we're going to do a t-shirt and mask. We're going to have a long sleeve t-shirt and a short sleeve t-shirt with an artist friend of mine named Wavy. And he has designed some stuff for us. We're going to be raising money for Ohio Arts Coalition. I think he benefited from that charity, so that's who he wanted to send the money to. And I've been working on that. Also spending some time buttoning down everything involved with our live stream at the end of this month. So on August 28th, Friday night, we're going to do a live stream. It's going to be $10. It'll be a big Zoom call hosted by Littlefield. What this does is benefits Littlefield, the actual, and all the employees there. They're going to be the one conducting it, and they're taking the proceeds of the profits, as well as People's Justice Project, who we'll be raising money for. Also, Street Fight will be making a little bit of money on it. We usually make some money off our touring, so we're running a little low, and this is a good way to put a little bit more back in the organization. That's not going to Brian or I. It's just going to get everything running.
I'm back.
Brian's back. You can find it at Street Fight 3000 AD. It's happening August 28th, Friday night. It's going to be a special Zoom where Brian and I plot the future and what the world looks like after COVID. And from here, we're going to be taking input from the audience and doing a live rewrite of the world as we know it, and want to have you involved in the conversation.
We're going to create all kinds of shit.
Yeah. It's going to be like a World's Fair of new ideas.
That was the concept. All right, so we're back here with Max Impact. Oh, wait, let me do this.
I love Max X, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with Max Impact. You might not know this. Awesome thing. they didn't write the song for the Navy because Godsmack was asked nicely if their song could be used.
That's right.
Max Impact.
That's right. We really would love to write a song in the vein of Godsmack, but black arts, magic, that's not really allowed in military service. So we try to keep things more on the straight and narrow. We're nose to the grindstone type guys.
Yeah. Wow. That is kind of like when you hear it, you got to be pissed off if you're Max Impact and you hear another rock band on one of the armed services commercials. That's gotta hurt.
They got your time
that much, you know.
Like, we were right here, man. We were with you, man. We've been with you.
Pay royalties for this shit. You could just get it for free from us.
How long is Max Impact like a long running thing? Is that like a division of the Navy? Do you get like a Max Impact badge? Yeah. I served with Max Impact in the Gulf of Mexico. Doing cabana parties for the higher ups.
Well, they do cabana parties. No, they do. It doesn't say how long they've been around for some reason.
Who was the sexy email general? Who got caught?
Dave Petraeus.
Yeah.
Dave Petraeus.
They were down there doing Copacabana for Dave Petraeus. That's when they served.
That song. They was doing Awake by Godsmack.
Oh, you're right. They don't do. You're right. No Barry Manilow.
And they was joking with them about it. Like, we're going to play, this is a song called Awake by a band called Godsmack that they use in the Navy commercials.
Everybody knows it as a Navy song, but there was an original writer, and we respect all musicians as musicians ourselves, so Godsmack did write this. It's a Navy song now.
Yeah.
It's a Navy national anthem now.
It's for the Navy.
It's our song, really. Like, no one's more awake than us anyways. It's stupid.
You would never... It's not a thing where, like, they came to us and asked us to do it or anything like that. I mean, I probably would have turned it down. It's like, if you can get Godsmack, you got to go for Godsmack.
Sure. I mean, you were like, that's like a Hail Mary. It's like, we have this piddly-ass Max Impact here. They for sure could make some sort of approximation of rock music. But we could also just, like, jump on the phone with Solly and see what's doing. And then he's just like, sure, I guess.
I mean, because this happens. Because this band is part of the Navy. Like, yeah, they're included with.
When they get play,
deployed.
Though?
They don't tour.
They're for the troops. They're not for, like, they're not... So there has to be like a lounge act for like all of the people that have the most badges. They should be like, I feel like they should have their own kind of tank that's just a platform where like when the troops are going in, they can play this music.
Like in Fury Road.
Yeah, something like Fury Road.
They're playing the corniest music in the world.
Yeah. My sacrifice. Singing about sacrifice for American Jesus.
I mean, yeah, they don't tour, they get deployed, which I
USO
think is like
shit?
very interesting. Yeah, USO. So basically,
sir, yes, sir. They like say that, and then they pick up a bass pick.
Well, they also, I know that I was watching a thing where they let them play the Sports Center theme for them during the Super Bowl.
It's an honor.
Now they weren't. Yeah,
it's an honor.
They probably tell people that
the ba-da-da-da. You talking about the ba-da-da-da? Yeah. I mean, shit. That's an honor.
They probably
any way you can get there, man. Like, I would take that deal. I'll do it. I'll mouth it. Ba-da-da-da. Right.
No, so they played the Sports Center theme at the Super Bowl, but like not on the Super Bowl or anything. It was like not on TV. It was on TV,
but only for patriotic people.
No, it was
only
on
for people
Sports
that paid
Center, which isn't on the same channel as the Super Bowl #1.
Oh, they played alongside,
and it's
so
not like
right. You had to know that it was happening. You had to be like, "Hey, fuck this fucking American flag bullshit on the Super Bowl. The real troops are playing some hard rock music over on Sports Center."
Yeah, I mean, I don't. They and.
How long has this band been around? Like, is this?
It doesn't say. It really doesn't say. Let me.
Like, I want to know if it's like a tour of duty. Can you do a tour of duty?
Yes. Well, actually, before we do that, let's play. I'll play you something real quick that'll give you more information.
Imagine walking up to some guy that's inside of a like a Golden Corral that's trying to get a discount, a veteran's discount. Like, sir, I served with Maximum Impact on the drums for 3 years, sir. It's like, bullshit. What was your deployment? Like, I deployed in the dining halls of the generals, sir.
I deployed to Hawaii, where we have a base. And
Yeah. We did luau's for Petraeus. And George Bush. I basically played background music for Obama one time.
That is what it is. I mean,
It is
playing the
no
Sports
one needs
Center
it's
theme.
it's unnecessary. It's like it's a problem that nobody had. It's like, what do you do with them? How do you utilize them once they're here? It's like you have to make use of this horse shit. But how?
I mean, I guess the idea. Here's what I think the idea was.
I'm doing the best I ever did.
That's what you want to hear. That's actually what you want to hear. I'm doing the best I can.
They should. You're right.
They should just be a cover band that does hard rock songs, first of all.
If Godsmack got a residency with the Navy and Maximum Impact got shown the door, I think you'd have something going there.
Max Impact
I think
is
you
the
get
Air
a lot.
Force.
You get.
They're the Air Force.
They're the Air Force? Chair Force?
You're insulting if you don't even know what it means.
Everybody that is in the Air Force that serves calls them the Chair
I
Force.
know. And they say they got the best food and stuff.
Yeah, they get to fucking noodle around on the guitar. I think they get us. They're like, sir, yes, sir, this 7-string Ibanez bass will provide all the drop D tuning I need to propagandize, sir.
Here, I'll play this.
Like, I will play these bass rhythms low and crunchy.
Yeah. Here, I'll play this for you.
Attention, male vocalists. Here's your chance to perform in the premier rock band of the United States Air Force.
Yeah.
Max Impact is seeking a male vocalist with strong, versatile abilities to perform rock, pop, funk, R&B, country, Motown, as well as patriotic favorites.
They
And
miss one kind of music. They're not rapping at all.
No rapping.
No rapping.
Yeah.
They don't. They want anything to do with. They get funk.
They didn't see the LL Cool J Unplugged? That shit was good.
That was. I agree. Jay-Z did one too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Korn was able to do Unplugged. Anybody, you know.
You're calling them rap now?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like,
Anybody can go
Unplugged made people look better, I think, than they actually were.
Yeah.
But so here.
and original music. Through national tours, overseas and local performances, digital audio and video recordings.
Ooh.
Max Impact showcases Air Force excellence to millions every year. Back at home in Washington, D.C.,
Millions. How many millions of troops are there? Because we're really not. They're not like saying you perform for millions is.
What is that? What is
Say
that
it.
troop credit union that only they can get? Isn't there? I feel like they would just hand you this CD, like we guarantee we will hand out one of your CDs to every troop that gets the fucking bank account with us.
I mean, but how many of them
USVA?
put it in? They probably don't let you bring your iPhone or your smartphone with you, so there's no music. And then when you get over there, like they don't want you bringing it over, and when you get over there, they hand you like an iPod,
Just filled
and
with
it just has Max Impact.
just Max Impact. Yeah. Or like
and Awake maybe. It's on
Awake
there.
and Max Impact, and then people, just put Awake on repeat. Really.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union. You definitely got a free Max Impact CD when you signed up for your account. And this was a guarantee that they promised to the people that signed up. Male vocalist, we need you to sing every kind of music possible.
Here.
they support events for the White House, State Department, Department of Defense, and numerous high-level military and civilian functions.
Hell yeah, baby! You get to go see the firstborn child being burnt at the altar of Moloch. If you go to Bohemian Grove, you get to do some Steely Dan
They
out
ain't
there.
fucking bringing
You
them.
get to practice your Grateful Dead out in California.
I think
California.
I think the thing is that, like, if you have your Petraeus, your high-ranking military, the very top level of whoever's in the military, they get a real band.
Really?
They ain't gonna get Max
He's gonna-
Impact. You know, they don't want to listen to this fucking shit.
He has Glenn Campbell come out.
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, they don't want to fucking listen to this shit. They can get pretty much any band they've ever wanted. And they probably also just have like a fucking one of those stupid big band things that plays like, you know, where like
you're
I always
right.
find it so annoying like when the cymbals are just crash, 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 and you're like, God damn.
Symphony? You're talking about a symphony?
No, like big band. Like when
do they use giant hand cymbals?
Well, maybe I'm wrong. You know, I always picture them banging them together. 'Cause
You
that
seem
music
like-
just sounds like racket to me.
You seem like a big crashing cymbals guy, though.
No, I am in
Because
like.
all you have to do is like just smash things together at the right time.
I'm offering to be the co-lead singer of a metal band, not a cymbals player.
Got it.
I'll fucking crash the
Understood.
cymbals if you need them to be done, but I still feel like
Yeah.
like marching ass music. You know?
Yeah. That's corny.
Because they're not.
What about like flip it? What about when you crash them and you like flip them over your hand and it looks like waterfalls and shit?
Yeah, max impact is forced upon people. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're right. I think
Like,
you've taken it down from like the magnanimous place I've placed it. I feel like
Yeah.
there's your like clutch players that are being brought in, but you're right. They're just playing. They're like college comedians. Like they're at the mess hall in Iraq and just playing fucking hard music.
I mean, I would
heavy
also
metal.
imagine that most of the audience is like told that they have to be there to see.
Yeah.
They should have called
That too.
themselves Mandatory Impact.
Yeah, that's where their fans come from. People have
Yeah.
to listen to it.
Yeah.
No one.
Benefits
People are
include
forced.
30 days of annual vacation time,
Damn.
full medical and dental benefits,
Whoa.
annual starting salary of $61,000 to $67,000.
I know
Okay,
a lot of
well,
bands
never
that aren't
mind.
making that money.
Yeah, never mind. Am I too old to join the military?
And
I
post
too old to
9/11
sing for the
GI
military?
Bill for college up to $80,000.
That's college.
Resumes and recordings are now being accepted.
Oh, okay.
For more information,
You have to be in the
please
military.
visit www.music.af.mil
That's bullshit.
/careers.
It's if you have to be in the military, that's bullshit. They're not about the music, man. They're not like trying to get people. They're not trying to get the best band together. They're just looking for fucking bootlickers and shoe shiners.
Yeah, of course that's what they're looking for. So this song is called Find You.
Oh God, and kill you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I mean,
find you and kill you.
for a band-
Great, we knew that.
I'm sort of a little bit looking into this too. 151,701 views.
What is it again?
151,701 views. Now, impressive by
YouTube?
our standards.
Yeah, I like it.
impressive.
I'll take it
I would love that, right? But I mean, like,
for our troops.
this is the government band.
Yeah.
Like, this band should be in front of millions because these are our guys.
They should be
You know what I
juicing
mean?
the numbers to at least sponsored ad this or like propagate it into Facebook. Like Troop Facebook would eat this up.
I mean,
Like, these young gentlemen play rock music like nobody ever did before the Navy taught them how.
with integrity.
With integrity. Yeah.
These young men, and there's a woman, one
Okay,
of the lead singers.
sorry.
These young soldiers, they come on that stage, and they do really rockin' tunes and great crunchy guitar riffs.
There's a sense of duty behind it.
They you know, not enough. It's like rock music isn't about your duty and your service anymore. It's all about what can I get for me. It's all about come on, feel the noise, and not come on, help the boys. This video is dedicated to the men and women serving as military train. Oh, this is very.
The other thing about that was the thing about it is that like I have been listening to like an insane amount of metal from all across genres, time periods, and they approximate so much of it, but it doesn't ever grab you or
It's not-
click. Like it's weird because you feel like these artistic things are like, oh, it's so easy. All you have to do is play hard and heavy and fast and sing like this or that or say these things. It's just easy to do this. But they can't get there. Like the restrictions they have on them like break away from them doing anything interesting or cool.
It makes you wonder if like after they write a song, they take it to somebody and that person looks at it and says, you're going to need to add more service in this song.
Yeah.
You're not talking enough about...
It's a little vague. This seems like secular music to me now that I'm looking at it. It doesn't seem like it encapsulates the patriotic values that we need from a band like Max Impact.
This band, I mean, this song could use about 20% more sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe a little, maybe when you're thinking about writing a song, you think about service instead of yourself. Okay.
Yeah, how about you stop doing the rock star lifestyle thing, because you're a part of the Max Impact division of the United States Navy. You're not in charge, bucko.
The Max Impact division. Sir, we're deploying these people to Germany to play a concert for 100,000 uninterested servicemen and women.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. It is like mandatory to go see them.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a corporate band.
And they make these troops go. And then
they're
I'm
gonna
sure,
let loose. Right?
Yeah. I'm sure if you're in Iraq and you haven't seen any live music or heard anything, like maybe it does sound good. But I have to believe that like this is the last type of music that they want to hear. I can't. It's just you have to think about who they're playing for. And yes, you're gonna think in your mind that
A lot of
the
Cro-Magnons, and they're in the military.
But they wouldn't like this, dude.
You're right. They like good music. They would rather just hear Pantera.
Yeah, they want to hear motherfucking Pantera or something like that. They don't, or whatever kind of music they're into.
Lamb of God, any of it.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, no, I'm just laughing. Someone said new wave of military heavy metal.
Yeah, I want
Sweep
you
the
to,
nation. Like, I feel like they could. It does seem like
No.
they're going to all this effort to make this stuff, and there is an audience that is primed and ready to buy like limited edition splatter vinyl versions of their new
No,
albums.
there's not.
There is.
No.
They're not doing it. I don't think they're doing it properly. I feel like I can make these motherfuckers $1 million.
if they want rock music with conservative values and patriotic values, you can get Five Finger Death Punch. Or even if you want to go,
But
crummy,
there's
you
people-
go Madison Rising.
There's still, I still know people that don't fuck with rock music, but it's like Christianity. If it's like, well, it has a good message. If it's for the troops, they will fuck with rock music like this.
You think I could play this for my father-in-law and he'd be like, "No, I like this." Like,
If you told him the story,
If I told
it's
him
like,
the whole
it's
thing.
like when you read the back of a craft beer. When you read a 3-paragraph story on the back of a craft beer that talks about the brothers and how they came about this whole thing. By the end of it, you're like, this sounds like a fun time. This sounds like everybody's just trying to do something fun.
take a drink and it tastes like shit, but
Yeah,
you're like trying.
fuck.
You're just like, man, yeah.
It's just so funny that Leroy went to get those gingerbread spices just for this.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the music is the same way. If you said like these are government issued musicians,
Government rock music. This is
government rock music.
rock music. Yeah. I want to say this video we're watching, when that cool guitar riff was going too at the beginning? I want to describe what's happening on the screen. Go ahead first.
The chat Ahasem points out that like you could do rap pretty easily.
I know.
And I think that that does highlight to me how unpopular this kind of music is. It's throwback. The young people that like it maybe are just listening to it because it was from a long time ago, but this is not a popular style of music at all.
Well, and here's the reason it exists probably on a even higher level is that like a guy in the military music division, because there's a whole division they have, they play the standards.
That's a serve.
Yeah, they have all that stuff. So somebody in the music division was like, look, I got a killer voice. I sound like Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. And then at other times, I can sound like Godsmack or Disturbed. It's just
I could do a
that's the kind
Rascal
of thing.
Flats if you really want to get into it.
I mean, if you like Rascal Flats, I can fucking go nuts with it. And then he was like, and if we want to get young people more engaged and like part of the military, make them want to get in, they love this rock and roll music and they like the hard rock stuff. They think we're stodgy. They think that we like all come in our crisp uniforms and we stand straight up, and they don't want to be bossed around, man. And you know what could send them the signal better than some fucking just hard rockin' tunes? And then, the head of the thing was like, I got to get approval. They got approval, and that was when Max Impact was born. It is like this idea that they need to do something hipper, something cooler. You can't just play standards, patriotic standards. That's not going to get you anywhere with young people. And they want young people to sign up for the military. And they also think that when they're performing, they're essentially performing for young people a lot of times. Because most of the people that are over there fighting are young.
Yeah, but I also have to say that like the change for hard rock radio is just absolutely horrible, because when you talk about Metallica doing songs like One or doing songs about war and the military in the 80s, by the time I was graduating high school in the early 2000s, hard rock radio was extremely patriotic and very pro fucking troop, and it went away from like hard rock was saying like, why are people dying to kill other poor people overseas? And then they have turned it into, I'm making a sacrifice. And that it did make that turn. And at the 2005 and beyond, hard rock, Theory of a Fucking Dead Man and all of the bands that followed them were literally just troop rock. Like for people that fire a machine gun and do the collateral damage video.
A lot of that stuff.
Godsmack kicked it off, and they were definitely they're a sellout.
Too. You're talking about like also you're saying like this is hard rock radio we're talking about. This isn't like metal. This isn't a genre. It is just what they play on the hard rock radio station in your city. Yeah, that's what this sounds like.
Right, and because a lot of heavy music actually goes into themes and things that are not palatable for the radio, and you can't sell 5-hour energies in between. So they're approximating the hard rock radio style of music, and they like that is already so distilled that this thing just comes off so fucking bad.
So the beginning,
and just thinking about some guy that wears like a belt above his belly button, being like, I want to cut loose. I think the Navy can have a new point of view on this thing.
So I wanted to talk about how this video starts. When that cool guitar lick, right? That cool guitar lick. Yeah. At the beginning, here's what's happening during the beginning of that song. This guitar lick's playing. It zooms out from an alarm clock that says 3:45 a.m. and a guy gets out of bed. He doesn't like struggle really to get out of bed. He gets straight up. He goes in the bathroom. He shaves. And then he walks out the door and shuts it, and the camera stays on a sign that's hanging on his door that says "No whining." So
that's the video?
That's the first part of the video, is that the guy shaves, and then the door says "No whining."
Why don't they just show like the first part of Full Metal Jacket?
Well, they don't want to show that movie. They don't like that one. Okay. See, that's the fucking thing. The riffs are like, why are you wasting this riff? Oh shit, this song's for drill instructors.
Standing on the edge.
Yeah.
Looking down. Can you see
what are you doing?
When fear is all around.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Step outside of you. Leave the past behind into a new reality.
So this song in the video now is people showing up at boot camp.
Yeah,
and,
leave
like
the-
it's all the boot camp stuff.
Yeah.
It's like really romanticized, but really they fucked up romanticizing boot camp back in the day, because that was actually what kept me out of the military. Was people were always like, yeah, boot camp's fucking tough, man. They fucking yell at you and cuss you and push you down and fucking treat you like garbage. And then, like, in the end, you come out with respect. And I'm like, I don't fucking want that. I don't want none of that shit.
That's true.
You know? I thought soldiers were corny when I was 18. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I still do.
yeah.
But
Different state of mind.
this is stupid. I mean, this is somebody that's writing an inspirational poster for the wall. Like, this is literally where, like, well, if I was walking in for the first time to my first day of training, I'd love to have these wise words written on the wall. Right? Isn't that what that is?
It is. That's what it sounds like.
Will you take this challenge?
No.
No.
Nope. Fuck no.
I'm not up to it. I'm not up to this challenge.
Follow those who know the way. The destination's you.
Wait.
The destination is who? You?
Which
How?
is, that's totally not what they're
Oh, you're going to
selling.
find yourself. No, that's what they're
They
saying.
always say you're going to find yourself, but you can't find yourself when you have to act like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know?
Alcoholism isn't finding yourself. That's everybody has that.
I've never heard somebody say you find yourself in the military. I've never thought that you...
Really?
I always feel like it's like I found a new sense of duty to my brothers and sisters in the military. Like, it was never like I found myself, I know who I am. It was I found myself, which was always just in relation with the U.S. military.
We got a lot of good troop listeners, I have to say. I know there's like a bajillion of them that have showed up to the show and written in and stuff. And I think that people, learn eventually understand how stupid it is. But like once you're in the there's just everything is priming you to show up and believe this dog shit.
I know. That's why I say you're not going to find yourself in that situation.
No.
You know?
No, they're helping. It's the same thing as Christianity. They're helping you find yourself. Like, they're the ones like, yeah, you need to find yourself. Basically, I've already picked out what yourself is.
You need to find yourself in... Yeah, it's...
You're a troop. You're
Yeah.
a Christian. You're whatever it is. I've decided what you are. You're an
Right.
American. You've been
Right.
claimed.
Well, that's one of the reasons also what you were just saying is like I have met a lot of our listeners that were in the military or maybe even still are.
It's a mistake.
Not a single...
People make
all
that
of them
mistake.
say they made a mistake, and it's also exactly the same. They would never like this.
No.
They would never go for something like this. There's music... People grow up with music. They don't go to the military to discover new
Yeah,
music. They
that's
can
true.
come in there and they have it with them. It's not like back in the day where like you had to sit home and listen to your phonograph and then you went over to war and you're like, fuck, there's no phonographs over here. Whatever the fuck they used to listen to with those cones and stuff like that. Victrola.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like that. You didn't take your Victrola overseas, so they had to bring over a fucking band to play whatever corny Victrola music you want to hear, and you got to hear it like once every, 3
Yeah.
months while you were over in Vietnam
got to
or
s-
whatever like that.
You got to see a woman's stockings, maybe.
Yeah, but these people fucking have Lil Uzi Vert, and they have
Yeah.
like the latest
Yeah, they have it
fucking
on demand.
Metallica, or they have fucking, Master of Puppets. There is no practical use for Max Impact. There is no reason for them to
Colin
exist.
Powell should be listening to them or
This
something.
is maybe,
like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like it should be used against all the military people.
Yeah, I guess yeah. When what'll happen is, in order to get out, you have to listen to Max Impact turned all the way up. One concert, you have to stand somewhere and do that, like when they torture people.
Right.
Like, you have to do that. So let's play out a little more Find You. See if we find ourselves, really. This guy's got some hype.
I like Breaking Benjamin, so this sounds like that to me. Ooh, switch up! Ooh, that's jazzy.
I mean, these guys look like total dorks.
I didn't realize I could see him. Oh, I can't see him.
but they're not gonna be like. Okay, you'll find you. Oh, don't rip off Godsmack, man. Ew.
Too many
Ew.
voices. This
Ew.
also, I have to say, like, listening to metal, I think that you should have a signature voice and maybe go into other things. But
3 voices.
They've gone into half a dozen voices. Like
In
I've
one
heard
song, too.
so many different voices in this song.
It's also so many different like music parts too, where
Yeah.
it's just like you're listening to it for 12 seconds and
It's
then
like a
all
fucking-
it's not a Misfit song, it's a 5-minute fucking song.
It's a smorgasbord. It's like a buffet. It's like a fucking. It's literally like a cafeteria food of all of the rock music that's out there. Like we'll do something else. Like shit, I'll sing like REM for a minute.
It's
Like,
their job to make rock music. They're Max Impact. If you're
Yeah.
a Max Impact, that's your fucking job.
switch ups also are impressive to stupid people.
Yeah.
There's a part where like you at a certain point you're like, whoa, that changed. Like that's impressive, and it's like, man, was it? Well,
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I can
you-
change my voice 5 times. Was
Yeah.
that impressive?
Nicki Minaj does it great.
If you choose to follow through,
Oh, fuck you. Okay.
taking it all in. The path is right in front of you. Now your story will begin.
Now, the path is right in front of you. Now your story will begin.
Well, remember the old Sword commercial?
And follow those.
Yeah.
There was back in the day, all the time during Saturday morning cartoons, there was this Marines commercial where this like barbarian guy would get this sword
chess piece.
and a chess piece. Was it a chess piece?
It was, yeah. The soldier was a chess piece, and then there was a big dragon. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he grabbed the sword, and then all of a sudden the sword turned into this marine sword, and he's like in them pants that have the belt above the belly button, you know, like
Yeah.
he's wearing those pants, and he's like swinging the sword around, and he like does magical shakes with it to get like
Yeah.
the patriotic power out of it, and he does this like whole routine with a fucking sword. I mean, sword routines are something that would draw me in, like more than this
if a
music.
real metal band did that.
If someone was like, you have to get this sword and learn how to study this sword, that is more impressive than, I don't know, maybe I would rather do a metal band. Would you rather learn the blade or the band?
the band.
You wanna do the
all
band?
I've ever wanted to be was in a metal band.
Yeah, I think I want to learn how to fight a dragon with the sword.
Okay, well, you take that. I'll be in the metal band.
Okay.
having fun.
But it does, it's like dusting up those vibes for me, where it feels like this is the music to pump you up so that you're like really believe this bullshit. It's like self-help music. It's self-help too.
I know.
They're just it's just massaging you all the way. There's nothing about it that is honest. It's just telling you that like your service towards imperialism was worth it and divine and true, and the outcomes of it aren't necessary because you are willing to give the ultimate sacrifice. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, that's Max Impact.
Love them.
Here's the fucking thing.
Love
we just
Max
did a whole
Impact.
commercial for Max Impact. Now everybody's gonna.
We
fall in
fucked it
love
up.
with them.
They're gonna have 2 billion subscribers now.
Yeah, our listeners are gonna love that music. This is tunes
I'm
that
thinking-
Street Fight fans would like.
I'm honestly thinking of like some of the songs they ripped off, and I'm like, I'm gonna listen to those after this show is over.
Well, why don't
Like-
you listen to Max Impact? Why don't you do the right thing?
Like I'm just gonna turn on the Blitz. Like I'm just gonna do some hard rock radio listening and get it out of my system.
I think it's wrong. I think you should listen to Max Impact. They do everything you want.
Are they on Spotify?
I don't know. I didn't look. I got them on YouTube. But that's the show. We did plugs in the middle of the show, so I think we can just straight up end it. Come see our live show, though. We're gonna be in on streaming on Littlefield's website, littlefieldnyc.com. Just go to streetfight.com. streetfightradio.com and find out how you can get in. Me and Brett are gonna create a new world with the world's most low-tech PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
Peace.
You can find Max Impact if you go. They're not on there. There's playlists by enthusiastic fans that just is like U.S. Air Force Max Impact. There's nothing Locked and Loaded. People just uploaded it. Yeah. Unfortunately, Max Impact is not doing good SEO or social media outreach. Yeah, we'll be live on the 28th doing a show for Littlefield benefit for People's Justice Project and hashtag Save Our Stage so that the folks at Littlefield can keep their jobs because they've done a great job of hosting us when we've been in New York City. So that's happening later this month. Follow us on social media at Street Fight WCRS on Facebook, Twitch. I always say Twitch because it's the most popular, but you changed the name. And so it fucks me up. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. It's Street Fight WCRS. On Twitch, it's just twitch.tv/Street Fight Radio. And if you are an Amazon subscriber, and I know all of us talk shit about them all the time, but Brian and
All y'all are.
yeah, I do enjoy Amazon Prime for their video content. And if
Great
you
music docs on there, like so many of them.
Death by Metal,
Salad Days.
the slow and whatever one,
Yeah, whatever.
that one wasn't good.
We're almost 2 hours in.
That's fine. But no, I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that like, if you have an Amazon subscription, you can subscribe to a show for free. You get one free subscription on Twitch. Head to twitch.tv/Street Fight Radio. Use your free subscription for us. That will transfer free money. It's like $3. We'll get $3 if you do it. And it costs nothing to you. I'm belching myself to death. We've done 2 hours, and we love all y'all for doing this and listening and putting up with our shit. We'll see you on Sunday. Peace.